thanks for joining me on another video. Hey, we're going to be doing apples today, but before I start with all the production part of it, if you could do me a favor and please hit the like button on this video or other videos that you find informative. I don't care if you find one piece or the whole video. If you find any of my videos useful, please like it, as it really helps my videos come up in the search engines on YouTube. That's really indicative of how people are going to be able to search and find out more about how to freeze dry things for their business. Alright, so let's get to it. I'm going to be doing apples today, and one of the things that I first started doing was I sliced it with a core sliced apple with the ring on it, but I actually bought a different machine, and it's a fry slicer, and I bought it off of Amazon. The reason I use the fry cutter is because after doing a couple different slices with apples, I felt like this was a unique way to showcase apples that are freeze-dried in the craft Mylar bags that I use that have windows on them. So feel free to use this if you'd like to. Otherwise, just keep going with yours. But this whole video is just purely just to show you how to freeze-dry apples using a fry slicer. So I'm going to be doing Fuji apples, and I've also got Granny Smith apples. I like the combination of these two because they have two different types of flavors. Also, I've tried different spices on them. You can do that too. First things first is with your apples is make sure you're washing them, and washing them actually with a rag or something that can really kind of get some of the gum and things like that off of your apples. I buy all my produce from local farmers markets, or at least locally sourced. So sometimes they just come with, you know, dirt and things like that, which I love, but make sure you're all cleaning that. The second thing is I've got a couple other things that I use for preparing all of my fruit, and that is I do have these cookie sheets. These pans are really good just to put into the freezer so that you can pre-freeze things before you put it into the freeze dryer. That's what I use this for. Also, I use Reynolds freezer paper. I use the slick side to put the apple slices on rather than the paper side, so that it easily comes off. And then I just transfer all of that sheet of product onto the freeze dryer trays to put back into the freeze dryer. Alright, here's the apple slicer. So I wanted to get the camera perspective so that you see the apple slices coming out. Again, this is a fry slicer. It's got feet that are suctioned to the counter, so it doesn't actually come off. You can't actually move it, which is great. I put the tray with the freezer paper, slick side up again. I put the tray right underneath where the apple slices are going to come out. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Super quick and easy, has a great lever. Okay, so now that the apple is actually taken out, it has a bunch of great slices, but what I do is I end up taking out the core where the seeds are. I just toss those aside. I know it's some product, but for me, I'm just, you know, I don't actually usually eat it from, I just take out the cores, and that leaves me with a bunch of different fry slices, which is awesome. Alright, I'm going to do a couple more. Apples are actually really easy to do. A couple things to note about apples, though, is that they actually can really make valve movements happen really quickly. My son, who is a toddler, loves apples, but after a little bit of eating too many, he definitely got the runs. And so I would just make sure you're letting your customers know that, either on the bag or just if you see them in person. But again, I'm just getting out the cores. And tossing those aside. apples are really easy. There's really not much to it unless you're slicing them by hand, which I did initially, but now that I've gotten a little bit smarter and had a little bit more experience running a freeze-dried business, I definitely would make an investment in getting one of these, or getting at least a slicer that slices it thinly as a circle. Those can be really helpful to get things done. So the Granny Smith, I actually had 6 pounds here, and I've got 6 pounds of the Fuji apples. 12 pounds is about max what I would do, and I've got 5 trays that I just pre-freeze, and then I'll put those into the freeze dryer as soon as they get done freezing. If you found this video helpful at all with freeze drying apples, please hit the like button. It would really help my videos to climb up to where people are searching for how to freeze dry apples into YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll be posting more videos, and hope you have a great day. We'll see you again soon. Bye. Alright, well the apples are all done freezing over, so I'm going to put them into the freeze dryer, but before I do, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get the frozen apples off of this freezer paper and put them on the trays. Okay, so super easy. Again, when we put the apples on here, it was on this freezer paper. You do want to be quick about it just because it is frozen fruit, and we're just going to take the whole paper and put it, and it slides right off onto the tray. Again, these are the freeze dryer trays. Look at them, all nice and frozen. I've already got the freeze dryer already frozen.